Hi everyone, welcome to part 2 on dealing with disappointment. We're going to prepare to dive deeper into resilience for you as a mom, and I want you to get ready to embrace some newfound strength and empathy and celebrate the power of your own personal growth. So for those of you new here to my channel, welcome. My name is Sally Harris, and I'm a mom who walked this same difficult road with my own daughter for over a decade, and when her life spiraled, so did mine. You know, there's many things in the past video we talked about the different types of expectations we put on our kids. We feel disappointed, and usually our disappointment stems from those expectations not being met. And as you know, I teach a lot about not putting expectations on people, all people, but our kids especially, right? So I want to talk about what happens when you do have this disappointment. Well, number one, you have grief and you feel a loss, right? So I want to elaborate on that a little bit because there are obviously a lot of complex emotions when it comes to grief and loss. And when your expectations are unmet in relationships with your son or daughter, you know, there is the navigation of the denial, the anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance, right? The stages of grief. So you need to find healthy coping mechanisms to be able to navigate that and get help for that, which is also including emotional healing as well. And number two is setting boundaries. You know, those are so essential for any relationship, but situations where there's disappointment, those expectations when it comes to estrangement. So I want you to think about clearly defining those personal limits and expectations that you have. There's a lot of significance there. So you need to figure out what are those personal limits, and those are your boundaries, right? So I want to just emphasize that it's fostering respect overall with your children and creating a mutual understanding, which is super important. The third one is personal growth and maybe some self-reflection even. I think a lot of moms know that when we embark on this self-discovery, we find so much personal growth. We really do. And there's a lot of transformative power that comes with that because your identity outside of being a mom is so great, outside of being a parent. Finding those new hobbies, those interests, educational pursuits, volunteering, all of these things that can bring you fulfillment in your life and enhance your own self-esteem. And for those of you here that I have not talked with before and you are ready for some coaching, if you're looking for that, I want you to fill out the consultation link here. You just click on the discovery call. You'll fill out a few notes, choose a time that works for you on the calendar that I have available, and you and I can chat for 30 minutes to talk about how I can help you. And number 4 is cultivating empathy and understanding. That's a big one, especially when, you know, maybe that's just not innate for you. You need to have this empathy and also understanding for not only your child, but for yourself. And sometimes we forget that piece. You know, it's really important that there's active listening, that we're putting ourselves in someone else's shoes, in this case, our children, and try to validate their emotions because their emotions are their emotions and they are what they are. Whether you agree with them or not, it doesn't matter. But we need to think about our communication techniques and how we're speaking to our kids and promote that empathy for them to hopefully help create more compassionate interactions with them. You know, stress management, number 5, stress management is huge, huge, huge. And that really boils down to self-care. A lot of people call it mindfulness practices, you know, your prayer, your self-care. That's things that are going to take care of your own emotional well-being. Breathing exercises is crucial. Good sleep, all of these things, grounding techniques, things that can help you just literally stay grounded and help manage your stress, because that's the last thing that you need to do is your stress level is going to raise when you are emotional and upset as well. So I hope that helps you today. And I just want you to remember to celebrate the small wins and how important they are. And I will see you in the next video.